Welcome to another community episode. Love is in the air. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, today is all about relationships. We talk about exes reappearing, catching feelings where you really shouldn't, and parents trying to control your life. Enjoy.
Okay.
Be Somebody Podcast.
Welcome
Be Somebody.
back.
Welcome.
Here we are. My name's Enrique.
Welcome back. My name is Amadeo. Okay, so Enrique and I have gone out once again. We've explored online communities, and we have found stories and questions that we think are relevant to the Be Somebody mission of chasing your potential, of self-growth, and of living a life that you're proud of.
Exactly. And since it's February,
February.
we're very much on topic with relationships.
Love is in the air. But not just romantic love.
Right.
We're talking about, yes, romantic love, but friends,
Exactly.
family, co-workers,
Coworkers, exactly.
your community,
Yeah. And
So,
more.
beyond.
Beyond. Yeah. All right, let's get into
To
it.
infinity and beyond. Let's get into the first one, everybody. Okay. Feeling insecure about my girlfriend's past type, and it's affecting me.
Past type. Ooh.
Past type. Type.
Type.
So this was in quotes. Type. Okay. All right, so I'm going to speak in the first person because that makes it easier.
Okay.
Just to read it. So okay. I'm dating my girlfriend we've been together about 5 months now. We were best friends before we started dating. Overall, things are good. She's loving, supportive, and she says that she wants a future with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been struggling a lot with insecurity and overthinking, especially around attraction. And I don't know if this is a real issue or it's just in my head. Before we dated, she was very open about having a type: tall, dark, mature-looking guys, whatever that means. It's just like, grown-looking men.
Mm-hmm.
Men. Her past relationships match that. She also said that she rarely finds people who look like me attractive. I don't really fit what she used to like. I don't look like her ex-boyfriends. When the both of us were friends, she would tell me that I was conventionally attractive, but I wasn't her type. And once she rated me, saying that I was a 7 out of 10 conventionally, but for her, I was more like a 5. Yikes. Those comments really stuck with me. Yeah, they would stick with, I guess,
Yeah,
anybody.
it'd stick with anyone. Your girlfriend
What a
tells
way!
you.
What a way to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, since the both of us started dating, things have changed a lot. She's very affectionate with me. She reassures me often, and she says that she loves me. She wants to be with me long term. Hence, she wants a future with me. She says that the attraction grew as she fell for my personality, and that type, quote unquote, doesn't matter much to her anymore. Our physical intimacy, they've been closer. And so, knowing all of this and enjoying the circumstances of the relationship, he feels good. He still feels like I can't really let go of what she said in the past. And I can't let go of knowing that she had this type. She has this history of choosing these kind of guys and being attracted to these kind of guys. So this guy's worrying that deep down, his girlfriend still prefers the kind of guys that she dated before. And that one day she'll regret choosing him or feel like she settled down.
Mm-hmm.
All in all, it's affecting, it's affecting his confidence. It's affecting how physical and like close he feels with his girlfriend. He feels as though almost like, does she even like me? Does she even feel attracted to me? Does she even want to be close to me? What if things were different? What if I looked like that? Would it be better? He says that he's talked to her about these feelings and she's been reassuring, as he has said, but he's also scared of bringing it up too much and turning it into something maybe bigger than it is, or like maybe deep down revealing this insecurity, because you can be insecure about being insecure.
Yeah.
So any advice would be appreciated.
Oof, it's a big one. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that jumps at me. I think, at first it was like, this is so sweet. They were best friends and they started dating. I'm like, that's like the perfect like love story you hear about. And then you hear that she rated him, what was it, a 5 out of 10? What did she say?
So yeah, bro's a 7 at best, but
for
me, he's a 5.
That's
my God.
how could you not like take that? That's like your worst fear where like your girlfriend literally tells you what she really thinks.
Does she remember this? I wonder if he's brought this up. Like, I want to say something that, like, back then when we were friends, I kind of overheard you talking about me to other people and saying that you rated me a 5 out of 10.
Right. Exactly.
And that, like, maybe to other people I'd be like a 7 or like an 8. But to you, I was like a 5.
Yeah. How
But now
old?
we're
How
together.
old are they again?
Okay, both of them are 21.
Okay.
So I left the age out first because
Yeah.
this can apply to all sorts of people.
Okay.
But
Okay. Yeah. You're right.
age,
yeah,
I suppose, is an
Yeah,
important
yeah.
context here
Mm-hmm.
because I do also want to point out that he said his girlfriend, she's changed a little bit. She finds, I guess, looks, superficial matters less important.
Right.
They're not like as prominent as they used to be to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, when I was 21 compared to who I was when I was 16 and compared to who I am now, there was a lot of development. There was a lot of changes. There was also just more to like, this doesn't really matter to me. I'm not sure why it ever did in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
There's like an open-mindedness.
Yeah, I mean,
occurs.
it sounds like maturity is what it is.
Matured.
Yeah.
I grew up.
Whoa, maturity.
Who'd have known? And so that definitely
Yeah,
plays into it.
But let's not ignore the fact, which I think is important to say, is he is justified to feel this way.
Of course.
Those are valid feelings he's having, valid things to feel, to have in the back of your mind, especially knowing the history, knowing what she really feels. These are all valid things to feel, especially because in most situations the significant other thinks, I wonder what they're really thinking. The meme of, oh, I wonder what he's thinking right now, and it's thinking about the World Cup next year.
Yeah, I bet he's thinking about other
that.
women. And he's thinking about plantain chips.
But exactly, thinking about plantain chips. But in reality, like he in this situation does know what she's thinking, which it
Does he?
Feeds to that. Well, he knows the answer. I don't know if that's what she's thinking right now, but what I'm saying is all of that is stemming him to feel this way, which I'm saying is valid.
Yeah. There is evidence to justify these feelings.
Exactly.
There is reinforcement here.
Exactly.
However, that reinforcement is also years ago.
I agree.
So while you've talked about it and she says, babe, listen, like, I hear you, I understand, and I'm sorry I made you feel that way in the past, but this is how I feel now. And I'm focused on you. I'm focused on us.
Right.
She wants a future with me, bro. That's what he says. She wants a future with me. And
and homie's thinking about his rating from a few years ago. Yeah, I hear you. Like, listen to her.
Thing on the future, man. I will say, believe her, bro.
Yeah.
Believe her until you have a concrete reason not to. But don't go looking for a reason. Don't go digging around. There needs to be something that comes up that really proves, okay, I was right all along. But you can't be focused on that. Here's what I gotta say. When I was 21, I was feeling deep feelings of insecurity. That I wasn't enough. That maybe if I looked different, I would be more worthwhile. I would be, someone would be able to love me more. I'd be more lovable. And that was crushing. Terrible. Horrible, bro. Just feel that way about myself. Hate myself. Looking in the mirror.
Yeah. Feel like you're not enough. Compare yourself to others.
Dude, and just affects every aspect of your life. From your job to your school to your memory, your health, your relationships with your friends, your family. You just start to question the very fabric of your existence. Like, dude, it can go to a dark place.
Right.
What I've had to do, you know where you are. And if it were me, I would look at my relationship with my girlfriend, or at least my thoughts, as a mirror. Like, I'm seeing this because I'm somewhat unhappy with who I am myself. But it's somewhat dangerous because you also don't want to compare yourself to people that perhaps she's been with in the past. I've had those feelings as well. Like, oh, maybe if I were taller, more muscular, with tattoos, or like from a specific background, like maybe I would be more attracted to my partner.
Right.
But that's not relevant, and that's not enough because you are you. You can't change who you are.
Right.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. No, we hear what you're saying. I like here's the real answer to it. It sounds like, not to sound harsh or anything.
Mine was the fake answer.
But the reality is, it sounds like he is insecure about himself and he's projecting it onto her based off of like what he knows. And the answer is, okay, become secure with yourself and it's solved. Now, that's way easier said than done to feel. You can't just say, just feel secure about yourself, man. Yeah, just shrug. You're enough.
Bro, you're chilling, bro. You're good, bro.
Exactly. It's a lot easier to say than it to be done. I think it's worth having discussion with her. Talk to her how she's feeling, how he's feeling about about it, and it's but not in a discussion of like you're doing anything, but more like, hey, I just want to bring this up because you're in this relationship with me and this is causing me issues, pain, and work on yourself moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
But just let her be a part of it, so there's not any sort of what it kind of sounds like is like this walls against her, bringing up stuff about her when it sounds like it's something internally.
Of course.
And yeah, it takes time. I think some of it comes, and it's hard not to mention the age thing because you brought up the age thing, but it comes with maturity, it comes with time, and it comes to it's hard because I feel like when you're young, so much of it, especially the age we're living in, like looks are so much, and it's a lot. It's one of those things you hear where it's like, oh, when you get older, you realize, it's who you truly are inside. And it sounds like she loves him or is with him because of who he is. And, they're best friends, like I mentioned. That's like what anyone would want. But he doesn't see that yet. He's tying his worth to his values. I mean, his worth towards his looks and these external factors opposed to what he should be looking at, which is like who he is. And clearly, he likes her, not just, I'm assuming, with looks, but also like she's his best friend.
Exactly.
And there's so much there. Yeah,
who you were before, and you carry that into this brand new stage of your relationship when now it's romantic.
Right.
So unfortunately, the good news is this process of maturity can be accelerated through consciousness, by being aware the best that you can. This is what I'm feeling, this is why I'm feeling this way, here's how I can work on it to feel better. Some people just kind of like, I don't know, maybe sometime over the course of the next however many years, they get bonked over the head and then they have a realization.
They get bonked over the head.
And it's just like, okay, I just grew up all of a
Right.
sudden. But now you're aware of these things. It sounds like you're an intelligent person. You're emotionally intelligent. You're aware of what you're feeling.
Yeah.
And like what's caused this. You also have the awareness to say, like, if I keep bringing this up, dude, it's going to create problems. You're right. So that's why I say the bad news is this may be somewhat of a private fight where you got to do the work yourself without necessarily involving your girl or your romantic partner.
For sure.
Like,
I agree. But here's why
there's a caveat. Yeah, there's a caveat. Yeah, let's see.
I think he should mention it to her just so she's aware in case of like, hey, I feel like you've been distant. I feel like something's been going on. So it's not like, oh, you're blindsiding me and like you're going through all this without even telling me. I don't think she should be part of that, but I think she should just be aware,
Well, they've talked about it.
Yeah. But I don't think he's expressed these feelings that he's expressing right now.
Yeah,
that's the
not,
only
because,
thing.
Because he's posting it here on on the web, man.
Yeah. There's no better place.
I'm just a dude, man.
World Wide Web.
Go talk to your girl, because if this relationship is real and she cares about you, she'll hear you out. Agreed. You just can't keep nagging at it,
right?
Because that just continues to prove,
I agree,
things that aren't necessarily true. Because like you can work out of insecurity, you can work out of lack of confidence, and you can feel worthy and worthwhile and love yourself, because with that comes confidence, and confidence is attractive. Confidence is a green flag.
Exactly.
But confidence does not have to be cockiness, and confidence never brings other people down. That's what I believe.
Agree.
So, my man,
you got it. Take it day by day.
You got to take it easy. Don't try to force too many things all at once. Don't go listen to alpha podcasts and try to like take cold plunges and just like, I don't know, become a completely different guy, or worse, try to morph yourself into who she used to be into in the past. Because all of a sudden you're gonna really become someone that she's not attracted to.
Right.
It'll become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
So lean into what makes you special. Nurture yourself. Recognize that you have worth. You always had it. Remember that and let it shine. Be somebody. All right, moving on to the next one. This one's about an ex relationship. So we just heard a current relationship.
Here we go.
Now let's think about an ex relationship.
All right, let's hear it.
These are great. All right, here we go. How do I turn down my ex who wants to meet up with me after 10 years?
10 years?
10 years, bro.
Talk about skeletons in the closet. This is Halloween.
You gotta dust that
Jesus.
out, man.
10 years? What have you been sitting on for 10 years that you need to talk to someone about?
Man, echoes of the past. Ooh. Let's get into it.
All right, let's hear it.
Once again, I'll talk into the first person. I'll pretend that I am this person asking this question. But, let's just get into it, man. Let's get into it. All right. We ran into each other a couple months ago. And after that, he added me on social media. and immediately asked me to meet up as friends.
As
Quote,
friends.
as friends, unquote. I turned it down, saying that I don't feel like rehashing the past. But then after a while, I ran into him at a party, and we hung out together during the party.
I wonder if he went to that party knowing that she would be there. But okay, continue.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, yeah.
Afterwards, he tried chatting again, but I ended the conversation by liking the message. So I guess they did a little thumbs up on.
They were texting.
Texting. So whether that be on Instagram, well, yeah, she added it on social media, so they must have been like DMing.
Wait, so she said thumbs up as in yeah, let's meet up?
She said, I don't really know. They said afterwards he tried chatting again, but I ended the conversation by liking the message. So who knows what the last message was that she sent a thumbs up to. Got it. It could have just been like, good to see you, thumbs up.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
All right. Now my ex is asking me to meet up again and is referring to the party where we hung out, and he claims that everything went well. But I just don't want to meet up. I also feel like him explaining himself as to why it shouldn't be a problem confirms that there's probably some lingering feelings there for him, and it's not just friends. But I don't know what to say, and I don't know how to let him down easy. Help. Let him down easy. Tell him, boy, bye.
Boy, bye. Oh, all right. Well, I mean, there's a lot we don't know. We don't know how it ended. We don't know how long they dated for. We don't know if this is the first time they've contacted in 10 years. You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things we don't know.
After 10 years.
Let's go with what we do know, which is only you control. You're literally who you talk to. Like put it out in the front. If you want to talk to him, you don't have to talk to him. But
assuming you don't live in the same place and he knows exactly where you live and he could stalk you, but that's like the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
There is no reason why you should be giving someone your attention. You don't owe this person anything, regardless of the length of the relationship, regardless of what you meant to each other at one point. You don't owe them anything.
Right.
So the fact that you even just talked, that's already a lot. But also, you know, what was it like to talk? Were you rehashing the past like you said you didn't want to do? Were you reminiscing? Were you catching up? Like, what's been new with you? Was it just like polite conversation at a party? You know, what's going on? What kind of party? Was it intimate? Was it large? Did you know many people?
Yeah.
Was it mutual friends? Whatever. The point is, you don't have to give it. Okay.
I mean, let's not give the benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, if an ex after a certain amount of years is reaching out and they're pushing, we should meet up and catch up, it's more likely that they are trying to rekindle something or pick something up that they dropped. Let's be real.
Let's be real. How many movies you had to see? How many books you gotta read?
So I think just sounding that she doesn't want to, you know, she has nothing to want to pick up or continue with this person, then she's asking how help, like in general situation, or help like how do I let him down?
How do I let him down? So she's got the goal of I'm letting this person down. I'm not interested in rekindling. I'm not interested in starting another relationship. I'm not interested in going down this path again. Like, we broke up. It's been a long time. I have pretty much a new life now.
Right.
We might still have mutual friends, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're connected.
Yeah.
I'm not interested, man.
Yeah.
And maybe that's it.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Solved. Next star. No, I mean, the reality is, just say simply, I don't necessarily need to want to be in a friendly basis with you in terms of we really are just acquaintances. And if it's been 10 years, then they must be older adults now. Like you're more than enough to say, They're grown enough. Like, you got that boundary, and there's nothing wrong with having it. Yeah. Look, it was good to see you. I'm not necessarily interested in a friendship. I'm not necessarily interested in keeping up. Here's the one thing I'll say that kind of reminds me of someone that I knew that told me about this thing that they did, which is they were moving to another city, and before they moved, they were at their hometown, and they asked every single one of their ex-significant partners. Let me reword that. They reached out to every ex to essentially grab coffee and just to, close the door and like say what, get the closure, because they were leaving and, never coming back to this town. And they reached out and they said that they got coffee with all of them, and it was one of the best things they ever did. They got closure. They said a lot of things they wish they would have said, and ended everything in better terms than it was. Now, if this person was aiming to do that even if they were doing that, you don't necessarily have to give them that time or space if you don't want to. It's your own mental health, your own energy and time. But it doesn't sound like they want to do that, because I feel like they would be more forward about that.
It depends. Closure is mutual.
Yeah, closure is mutual.
It's like, is this person interested in closure?
Mm-hmm.
Would this person even entertain a conversation of closure? It doesn't sound like this is what's going on over here. Just friends. That's the likelihood of just friends. Might as well go get a scratcher.
Yeah. No.
It's just,
they're not looking for friends.
Like you're grown enough. You've been around.
Girl, run. Get out of there. What are you doing?
It's not even a run. It's just like
politely say no, thank you, and turn your head.
No thanks. You're a good guy. It's nice to see you. Wish you well.
No,
man.
run.
Take it easy.
Run. I'm kidding.
All right. Good luck to y'all.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. We're moving on to parents, familial relationships, and this one's got kind of some overlap between a current relationship and your relationship with your parents.
Interesting. Okay.
Here's the headline. My parents found out about my relationship. Hey everyone. I really need some advice because I feel stuck and scared. I'm 19.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend, who's also 19, for 2 months. We've known each other for a while. Our relationship has been going really well so far.
Mm-hmm.
He treats me good. He supports me. And honestly, being with him makes me feel happier. All the giddy, wonderful emotions you get, The problem is my parents, they're very strict. They don't want me to have a boyfriend because they think that it will ruin me. They think that being in a relationship will make me distracted, will destroy my education, will bring me down the wrong path, will just make me a completely different person, and I'm not ready for that yet. I'm too young. I don't even know what a relationship is, and I shouldn't be thinking about that. And you should be focused on your homework.
They're 19, right?
They're 19.
Okay.
They say because of this, I hid my relationship from my parents for the past 2 months, the entire time that we've been together. Recently, my dad found out. They say my father found out. Ooh, okay, your father. They're telling me that I'm too young for a relationship. And my dad also said that he could stop me from going to school and ruin my life if I don't end my relationship.
Oh, wow. Talk about the stakes rising. Oh my god.
From a drama to a thriller.
I know, it went to like a Hallmark movie. Okay.
I feel terrified
Uh-huh.
and trapped. I don't think it's fair for my parents to be forcing me to be alone until I finish school. If someone is good for me and they support me, why should I have to cut them off? I feel stuck. I don't want to upset my parents, but I also don't want to walk away from someone who makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with parents who think they're protecting you but are actually controlling your life? Any advice would really mean a lot.
Wow.
Banging.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay.
You want to go first or me? Say something.
I'm chewing on it. That's a lot. Wow.
Okay, I'll start. Okay. Unfortunately, I want to see what you think about this.
Okay.
And I may be in the minority.
Okay.
You're 19 years old, so therefore you're an adult. You have autonomy. However, you are under your parents' roof. They are supporting you. Therefore, while you're in that space and you're under their watch,
yeah,
they're kind of gonna have the say for all sorts of things, whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be on top of you just like they were when you were growing up, when you were a kid, when you were a young teen, when you were in high school.
Yeah,
this and that. Those boundaries, they're difficult to disappear, especially so young. Like you're 19.
Ooh,
so while you're living with your parents,
yeah,
you may not be able to get past their boundaries. And it's so funny that your dad says that I will do the very thing that this relationship will do if you don't break this relationship.
There's a point there. Yeah.
Like I will not let another man have the pleasure of ruining your life before I do.
That's tough love right there.
That's
okay.
Nasty. That's sad.
I not to stir the pot here, but I think I disagree with what you said.
Please.
Okay. Given that they're 19, and yes, okay, I understand that if you're living under their roof, then you have to follow a certain amount of rules pertaining to you living in that house. You know, doing your bed, arriving at a certain time, washing dishes, cleaning, things like that. But given that you're 19, like I think there's a difference between that and your parents like choosing how you live your life and like choosing your personal relationships, your choices that affect you and your life. Don't get me wrong, I agree that follow the rules if you're under a roof, as in arrive at a certain time, do these errands, do these chores, things that pertain to you living there. But there's a difference between living there and someone controlling your life.
Sure, but that's considering a reasonable baseline. They said their parents are very strict.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You're not going to change how strict they are, regardless if you say like, mom and dad, I'm a grown up.
I agree. But
I'm going to be in this relationship.
But what I'm trying to say is I think the parents are crossing the line there.
Of course they're crossing.
I think if they were 15, then yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. They're crossing a line, but you're not going to be able to break that line while you're still living there, especially if they're paying for whatever it is that they might be paying for.
I agree.
So my argument is, if this relationship means a lot to you and you know that you can handle it and school and all this other stuff, and this is the boundary that your parents have set, you need to get out of there. You need to be your own person.
Okay, but that's a way harder than what's being said, because I don't think we're taking into account is they never expressly mention that they hate their family, their parents. It's a bad household. Let's go off the basis that they love their parents. They grew up in a great household. There's love there. You know, a lot of people like choose to live at home past 20, 21, 25, 30. Just, well, one, the economy in this economy, and number two is, you know, there is something nice about living with your parents, and, you know, people getting older and spending time with them, and yeah, you know, you don't have people all the time.
Certainly, but what I'm saying is, my argument stems from the fact that these parents are being controlling. These parents are creating a toxic environment.
I agree, but what I'm trying to say,
before you say it, just one more point. Would a reasonable parent say to their child that if you don't end this relationship, I will pull you out of school and I will ruin your life?
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, but what I'm just saying, like, if you decide just like, all right, then I'm moving out, Dad, you know, tells them off and then leaves, and it's like what I'm trying to say is like yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you save your relationship with your parents and this relationship with the significant other that you care about? Is what I'm trying to get at is finding, because it's
compromise.
Yeah, the compromise, because you're not just gonna leave and like, okay, then there goes your relationship with your dad, and
there you go, yeah,
and he hates you. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Like how do you approach that? So given the basis that they love their parents and, you know, want to be in good terms, then it's hard. I mean, it's there's a lot of things we don't know. You know, it's a conversation with them, sitting them down. You know, one, it is kind of like, hey, I've been lying for 2 months and I'm sorry, but also I've been doing it for 2 months already and my grades are still fine.
They have a perfect GPA.
They
don't skip classes. They have a perfect GPA, and they recognize that their education is important. Yeah. They say my education is important to me too, and I understand where my parents are coming from. I just believe they're being unreasonable when it comes to the situation, especially with that comment saying that like, you're gonna ruin my life if I don't stop seeing this guy.
See, what I want to know is who ruined the dad's life when he was
That's
young.
what I was just thinking. It's like, what happened before?
What happened to him?
And so like, where in your personal history has like influenced this belief that if you're in a relationship at a young age, you're done, you're cooked?
Yeah.
You're gonna end up pregnant. You're gonna end up pregnant at 20, broke the rest of your life, working forever. Like,
right.
What is going on here? Like, love can be a lot. Love can take over, but that doesn't mean that it's just gonna derail my entire life.
Yeah. It sounds like they're a great person. They have great GPA.
Yeah.
You know, they look like they're on the right track. I think really what it comes down to is just
an honest conversation.
Is honest conversation and parents having issues with. It sounds like they're a little girl growing up.
Instead of me going crazy, yeah, leave that.
Yeah,
get out.
I'm there, right, yo, grab your things and get out. Like, okay, no, like, let's keep a relationship with your parents.
You gotta seize your life. Take control before.
but I mean, if the story was, you know, I have a bad relationship with my parents, you know, yada yada, then, you know, maybe that might be the answer. But yeah, it just sounds like the parents have to talk to them, and it sounds like they're not comfortable with, you know, they haven't come to a realization that their little girl has grown up.
Yep. And
two is, I guess, her doing her part to, you know, kind of show up that she can hold her own. She's older. And also a little bit of the boyfriend of, you know, oh, let me meet your dad. Like, let me show him that I'm a good guy. This, that.
Yeah, the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
I would probably first have a conversation, or maybe I don't know. Just bring him over.
He should just come over, pack her stuff, and they get out.
They elope. I guess where I was coming from was, if you're living in a household with very strict rules that have existed your entire life, like it's unlikely those are going to change even into adulthood. And if you really wanted to take independence and not have someone controlling your life, feeling like someone's controlling your life, you got to control your own life. And that's where I was coming from. I'm not saying that you got to diss your dad. You got to
I hear you.
Get the heck out.
You hate your parents. I get it. All right.
No, bro. I love my parents, man.
Yeah.
I like what you said though. So it's gonna be a tough conversation.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
And it's one of those learning experiences for everybody involved.
Right.
Everybody.
Right.
But you know what? I don't think you'll regret having it. Yeah. But it will be something like, hey, I need to talk to you both, and I want you to listen to me, and I'll listen to you. But I want to sit down for a while. I don't want this to just be like, you tell me something and then we're done.
Right. Agreed.
And so then it's presenting it like, here's where I am. Here are my grades. Here's what's important to me. And then also, here's another thing that's important to me. And this boy.
Yeah.
And here's what this relationship is representing for the both of us. And what it's doing for the both of us. So, yeah, that's my argument.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. Yeah.
It's a little unreasonable. Just like, I'm done. Mm-hmm. I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, like this is a common thing that happens. I don't want them to feel that, why me? Like, this happens. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just seems like a conversation, and yeah, and it sounds like she has good parents. Yeah, they have her intentions in mind,
and it has to come. Yeah, you got to come equipped with patience and love. You got to come from a place of love always.
Right.
Because it's going to be like, the dad's knee-jerk reaction might be like, no, you're insane, you're ridiculous, you're not being smart.
Yeah. What I'm curious is, she didn't really mention anything about the mom.
About the mom. I mean, the mom probably falls in line with what the dad has to say. This dude's talking about ruined lives. And
yeah, that is let's not like fail to not mention, like, that is a drastic threat that he said. I'm sure it was him just, fit of rage, doesn't really mean it, but yeah, that's crazy.
I think it possibly comes from, maybe familial dynamics that are more patriarchal, where what the dad says goes, or what the men say goes, and so women need to fall in line, as opposed to like having an equal voice. Who knows though?
Yeah, who knows?
But also, like, she didn't mention anything about the mom, but I'm just assuming the mom agrees with whatever the dad says because she doesn't want to stir the pot.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, it needs to be a conversation involving both parents.
Exactly.
Say what you mean what you say, and then go from there.
Exactly.
But yeah, start with the conversation.
Perfect.
Good luck. All right, moving on to relationship with a friend. This also has overlap with a romantic relationship, but you know what? Like, it's still important to talk about. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
How do I navigate my best friend's new relationship?
Best friend. Okay.
I have a best friend with whom I've been friends with for 4 years. We're incredibly close. We feel nothing but platonic love and respect for each other. We've both had a few significant others, and we've managed to stay close all throughout that and any other hardship that has come along our way. Mm-hmm. Recently, my friend got a girlfriend, someone that he works with, and looks kind of similar to me.
Oh, okay. That just cracked the whole thing for me. Okay. All right. Continue.
Same hair, same eyes, glasses.
Okay.
Same face. They're pretty much me.
Wait, she's saying
that
she's acknowledging she looks like me.
Okay. Let me backtrack a little bit. She, the narrator, is an 18-year-old girl. Her best friend is 17 years old and is a guy. Okay. So he just got a girlfriend. He works with this person. Mm-hmm. And she just noticed that his new girlfriend looks like her. She got the same facial features, same hair, same eye color, glasses, just like me, yada, yada. They've been dating for 2 months, and his new girlfriend expressed to my friend early on in the relationship that she feels uncomfortable with our relationship. Mm-hmm. She feels uncomfortable that I am close to my best friend. The new girlfriend, considers the best friend to look also, she also agrees that she kind of looks like me. This is a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you best friends with someone who looks a little like me?
Wait, so they've talked about it?
Mm-hmm.
The two girls have talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, no, the two girls haven't talked about it, but apparently she heard that her best friend's new girlfriend talked to her best friend and said that I'm not really comfortable with your relationship with this girl because she kind of looks like me.
Oh.
And you're just so close to each other. Like, why are you guys so close to each other? This is kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's throwing me off. Okay. My best friend was also afraid to tell her that he had a girl best friend for a long time, a good portion of his previous relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, my best friend told me that I can't tell him I love you anymore. Okay, so they were telling each other I love you as friends.
Okay.
She said there's been nothing but platonic love.
Uh-huh.
I love you. I say I love you to my friends. Anyway.
Right.
Anyway. So she said that my best friend told me that I can't tell him I love you anymore because he talked about that with trusted people in his life and his new girlfriend. Everyone thought it was weird and inappropriate that I was doing that, telling him I love you. His girlfriend told him that she's fine with him and I being friends, but she feels uncomfortable that I tell him I love him. To clarify, I've been platonically telling this boy that I love him for almost 4 years now, practically the entire time that we've been close.
Mm-hmm.
When my best friend was first dating this girl, I was a critic to him about the relationship because he told me that she didn't like me, and I was unhappy with how hot and cold she was with him. So she felt like she was being unstable, bouncing around, inconsistent feelings. She goes on to say that my best friend is like my little brother, and I don't like seeing someone I care about having their feelings tortured like that. I feel like there's a distance growing between my best friend and I. I don't know how to navigate that or bring it up with him. I really need to spill my guts out to him as I have done in the past, but I feel like I can't anymore because I'm afraid that it'll be deemed disrespectful or inappropriate. And I'm really struggling because I feel isolated without him by my side.
Lots of thoughts there. Whoa. Okay, I think... All right, let's break it down. Let's break it down. The biggest thing that's tripping me up is her mentioning and making... Not even mentioning, but making it a point that her best friend's significant other looks like her. Yep. And they have the same features and whatnot.
Yep.
It's just hard to take in the rest of the story knowing that, given that was the first thing she mentioned.
Yep.
And so it's hard not to think, do you, like, deep down looking at, like, if I was talking to this person, like, deep down, like, is there some sort of feeling that you have that, one, you do have feelings for him, two, you feel like you're missing out on that attention that you got from him, or three, do you feel like he's replacing you?
Ooh.
You know, there's a lot of things that are brewing me, and maybe it's a mixture of all of them. But I think first and foremost, knowing if if this person has any romantic feelings towards this person. They don't mention it, so I'm just gonna assume they don't. So let's just assume they don't. Then it leads to the other two latter options, which is being replaced, and that can be hard. You know, they're best friends.
That's a very smart insight because also when a relationship comes into play, that changes friendship dynamics.
Yeah.
Even if you aren't like as close as you say that you have been, but like, you know, when someone gets to be in a relationship, they begin to spend a lot of their time with that person. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, they're not hanging out with the group as much, right. Or like you're not seeing them one-on-one as much. It can feel like distance. It can feel like you're being isolated. However, it's just because someone else, they've introduced a new priority into their lives. So now it's just like you have these row of blocks. Now you have a new block, and you got to put that block in here.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it just gets spread out more and more. Mm-hmm. I feel as though the real issue here is that his new girlfriend is already distrusting of you. She already doesn't like you, and she's hot and cold.
Yeah.
And she's told your best friend that I don't like that girl because not only does she kind of look like me.
Yeah, that's the other thing is
she's really close to you. And
she also feels that way.
Yeah, she keeps telling you that she loves you. What is that? Mm-hmm. Why is she telling you that? Mm-hmm. Granted, these are young people, and this is why I'm kind of like going back and forth. I'm like, do I mention ages or not? Because I was like, this can apply universally, but it can also provide important context. Right. Where, you know, perhaps someone older, maybe think like, okay, you've been friends forever. Like, yeah, you guys love each other. You grew up together. Like, it's not a big deal to me. I know how you feel about me. And if like, you overstep that, then that's when we'll have another conversation. But I feel like in this, like, you're kind of discovering things for the first time. If you're 18, like, that might be your first relationship.
Yeah.
But they've said before, they said they had a few others.
Right.
But how serious is that? Like, did you date for a couple weeks, a year? What does that look like? What does that even mean? And then what's different about this one, where you've had previous partners, but now this is the one that is causing the wedge? Is it because she's openly been saying that I don't like your friend, and I think your relationship is inappropriate? Has no one else said that before? Why? Why is that? And could it be because no one else that he's been with or that we've been with before have ever looked like?
Yeah. That's still what's getting me is
it's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah. Because I mean, something
like, is it a small town where like people have similar styles, or
I mean something to mention too is, for all we know, like this best friend like has had a crush on,
for all we know,
on the other best friend for a while, and
that's always so funny, right? It's like, yeah, we were friends for years, and she was like, yeah, I love him, and we've been platonic, like he's my little brother, and you just talk to him, and he's like, dude, I've loved her like
yeah, so I mean, homie probably got friend zone. Let's be honest.
Like, I can't get past it. Like,
yeah.
I can't get over it. I love her, but I can't have her.
Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility right there.
That's also another thing. Once again, communication.
Yeah, I mean,
if you guys have been best friends where you say you love each other for 4 years, that's a significant fraction of your life.
Yeah, but I think what you did mention is like, yeah, I agree, and being best friends, but you'll also, if you do care for this person, there is a level of like, trust boundary that you now have to respect, given that there's another significant person that enters this person's life.
There you go.
That there is rules you have to follow, and if this person doesn't feel comfortable with you saying I love you, then if you care about your friend, then don't say I love you.
Give them reasons to feel silly.
Yeah.
Like, you had your suspicions, but they're unfounded. And I can assure you that you can trust me. And I can assure you that our relationship is genuine and nothing deeper than just really good friends. And then that's how you feel, at least. I don't know how homie feels, but that's not up to you. You're not responsible for how someone else feels. Right. How do you feel? But since this relationship really matters to you, talk about it. Yeah. Hey, listen, here's what's been going on. And even just rehash what you said right here.
Yeah.
Maybe don't mention, like, I think it's kind of weird that she looks like me. I don't know if you.
Yeah, I wouldn't mention that.
Don't say that. Yeah. But just talk about the facts. Like, here's what I've been hearing. Here's what I've been feeling.
Yeah.
Not even just the facts. Here's what I've been feeling. And say, like, here's what I feel as a result of this. Here's how this is making me feel. Not like, you did this, you did that. I feel this way because of this. Yeah. Present it through that. Have an open conversation, long. Don't just like let it kind of blow by. Don't be afraid to say like what you're really feeling. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't diminish it. Speak up. Because if this is important, there you go.
I agree. Yeah, I think I was gonna mention other stuff, but I think you kind of hit it in its head right there. I agree. Yeah. I
really love what you said though about like replacing. Like, oh gosh, like, is he replacing me with this girl?
And I'm sure they feel it. They don't hang out with probably as much as they used to. They don't, have this, what it sounds like, close emotional tie. Saying I love you and whatnot. I could see her kind of missing that. Kind of getting some sort of like ache from that.
For sure. And
I'm talking about not necessarily like romantic,
No, it's not. It's completely. This is friends.
Yeah. This is, in the end of the day, it's still a relationship that comes with care and connection and trust.
Yeah. And friendships can hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Friendships can feel like breakups. They can break your heart just as much as a romantic partner. So, talk about it.
Talk about it.
Keeping with the theme, feelings in the air, glitter and glow. All right, next one. I'm having inappropriate feelings about a coworker, and I don't know what to do.
Okay.
All right. Let's get into it. I work in a creative field that involves working on intense, high-stakes projects. So think similar to a theater production, where you're on a set, you're going like millions of moving pieces. there's a big common objective, tensions are high, stressful. Recently, our company completed our biggest production ever to a massive success. I was one of the leads on the project. The second lead, my coworker, we'll call him, this is a fake name, Peter. Now, I've worked with Peter in the past, but never so closely. And as it turns out, we work really good together, extremely well. We were totally in sync, anticipating each other's needs, making sure that we were on the same page throughout everything. Flow state, locked in. The end result was incredibly gratifying, and we're both very proud of what we've managed to accomplish. The problem the problem is, now that the project is done, I kind of have a crush on Peter.
Okay. All right.
The only way I know how to describe it is like a weird little schoolgirl crush. I get excited whenever we go into a meeting together. I find myself hoping that we'll get assigned projects to do together, tasks to do together. And I get flustered whenever I talk about him to other people. Like, we could just be saying, like, I don't know, here's what Peter and I did. And I'll be like, ooh.
Yeah.
And then last night I had a dream that Peter and I were kissing.
I love how you say it. Like, the delivery 10 out of 10 right now.
I just woke up confused and embarrassed. Peter and I never spent any time together outside of work. And honestly, I don't think we have a lot in common outside of work. He's a reasonably attractive guy, but not totally my type. And nevertheless, I don't want to date a coworker. I'm focused on my career. I think this is amazing. It's a lot of fun. But I don't want to date someone at work. Obviously, you know, I'm not planning on acting on these feelings. I'm not planning on asking Peter out. I'm hoping the feelings will go away the way most crushes do. I don't know. Is it common to develop romantic feelings for a stranger following an intense period of time? How do I stop myself from being a total creep?
Oh, all right.
Common.
Yes.
You know, I actually have some interesting insight into this. You can partially explain, you know, there's a joke in the restaurant industry that everyone hooks up with each other. That just like everyone, you walk in a restaurant and everyone in the bag is just completely just hooking up and making out and like being, you know, steamy on the side. Because of the proximity and because of the intensity and the stress, that can create a lot of feelings in people that mimic attraction, that mimic just like passion. Because like when you're with someone and you're
like
just like
in a high, you're talking about like the environment,
high paced, high stakes, and obviously not everyone in a restaurant is hooking up with each other, but there is an explanation for what this is. It's like, I think it's like, what's it called? Proximity something, proximity of attraction.
We'll insert it.
We'll figure it out.
But essentially, what you're saying is, but I think all of it also has to do with you click, you spend so much time with someone.
Yep.
You learn to trust. You learn to all these things that
mimic a relationship.
Yeah, mimic a relationship. Yeah. Wow, you're right. I've never thought about that.
That mimic a relationship. So even though there was nothing sexy or romantic about it, it still kind of simulated the feelings of falling for somebody, of feeling like excited to see them. Like, okay, we're working on something. Like, we're high up. We're vibing high. We're on alert. Like the adrenaline. And, you know, people sometimes joke about like, yeah, if you go on a first date, you should take them up to an amusement park because the adrenaline will make them fall for you harder.
I've never heard that, but wow, okay.
It's a trick I've been using for years. I'm just kidding. But there is a reason for this.
Yeah.
So because of the stress and the intensity and the fast pace, but also the reward, like, oh man, this is over. We did it. And it paid off. It's really, really, like they said, gratifying. And it's those feelings that tend to create a recipe for attraction, because those feelings already are a part of attraction naturally. So, any thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I agree with what you were talking about, the whole restaurant and just working with someone. But, you know, I mean, there's a big saying that I always hear about, you know, you have your work husband, work wife that people always joke about.
Dude, I hate that so much. Yes.
Well, in terms of like someone that you like get along with and whatnot. But it sounds like this person is taken to the extreme where they've developed a crush. And
is that even extreme though? I feel like that's commonplace because they were wondering like, is this common? Yes.
It is common. I mean, it is common. It is common. But so I guess what it sounds like is, do they act on these feelings? Do they not? Do they set a boundary? I'm at work. I'm not doing anything romantically at work. What do they do to move forward? You know,
in this particular case, I would suggest staying out of it, not acting on these feelings. Why? Because if you're in a field that requires closeness and trust, and it's stressful, and you need collaboration and teamwork, and people need to be on the same page and not have pre-existing notions or tensions like blocking the process, this is going to get in the way. I feel like of all the work relationships or of all the relationships that have started at work, this may not be the safest.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay,
smoothest.
Let's talk about like the grand scheme of it. You know, again, I could be wrong, but I've heard, you know, in the healthcare industry, in hospitals, in these places where it's fast paced, like this is a universal thing in multiple things. So we'll play devil's advocate here. They were saying don't do it. Let me give the case of why you should do it.
Ooh.
Let's give the case. So, okay, this person sounds like a very unique type of lifestyle given what they do. This person does that. They do it well. That's something she mentioned. They work well together, which could transfer over to a good, you know, relationship. And it sounds like they already know how to talk to one another in high stakes situations, which is very, very crucial for dating someone. Knowing that you could trust them, knowing that if things got hairy, they could work it out and talk about it. And it sounds like they think the same, they process whatnot, and they anticipate each other's needs, is what she mentioned. All of that are crucial things that you would want, and honestly could probably like maintain a very healthy relationship. On the basis that, I don't know if I personally agree with this, but I'm just making the case.
You found your soulmate.
Is you might be setting the date for a marriage soon. If that's the case, then okay, how do you do that healthy in terms of you're still working together? So, okay, when we're at work, there's boundaries. But when we're not at work, we're dating. Do you agree to no longer work on the same projects together because you're dating? Do you agree because you have this shorthand?
What if you can't help that? What if you get assigned?
See, and this is where it could lead to issues where, okay, you're bringing work home with you.
Because she was saying like she was hoping that they would get assigned together.
Yeah, but it sounds like she had a crush. And
there's a little crush, of course.
Yeah. So I'm. Do
you bring work home?
I'm saying you could if you work on the same project together.
Mm-hmm. Do you start your own venture?
I mean, there you go.
Co-founders.
Talking about business. We're talking about brands.
You just found your business partner, dude.
brands on brands.
Get with it. What are you waiting for?
So there's a lot of plus here. There's a lot of things to gain.
I would say there are things to gain, but there are also things that kind of putting the brakes on how you're feeling, and you're just like, well, I don't really know. Mm-hmm. But I don't really know him outside of work. It doesn't seem like we have a lot of things in common.
Yeah.
All these unknowns.
That's what I was gonna
like. You're not gonna know that unless you decide to pursue it further. Like, hey, let's grab a drink after work. Hey, let's go. I don't know, whatever.
Right.
Let's go to this event together. Mm-hmm. I don't think you'll be doing that unless you're deep down interested in seeing the potential of this relationship.
Right. Okay. Here's something else I'll say. So it sounds like, do I pursue this? Do I not pursue it? We've mentioned the cases and the things that could work. So let's talk about what happens if things go south.
Oof.
If things go south, then now you're
making it awkward for everybody.
You have to go to work every single day and see this person that things didn't work out for.
You might begin to get distracted and resent your job.
Yeah. And it sounds like it's something that this person loves to do. So
I have been witness to people who have broken up in the same workplace. And it's just weird.
Yeah.
It's bad. And if you're in the restaurant industry, all of a sudden you got high tension, you got stress. They don't want to they don't want to help each other anymore. They don't want to be together.
There's sides.
There's drama. Yeah, people are taking sides.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, it just makes everything so lame.
Yeah.
And you can't just, and this happens like, you know, you just gotta be mature. You gotta communicate. You gotta talk, and you gotta say, like you said, boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is what we'll do. This is what we'll not. If we're gonna agree to do this, here's what it's gonna look like, and we can't break that. Because if you're sneaking off to go like kiss, if you're like fucking,
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things to mention about boundaries at work, but yeah, agreed. Okay, well, let's get to the root of what she's asked, because we're just going on tangents here of different things. So she's asking whether to pursue it or not.
Is it common? Let's answer the first question. Is it common to develop romantic feelings for a stranger following an intense period of time spent together? Yes. How do I stop myself from being a total creep? What does it define total creep? What does that mean? Like, are you like, do you think he picks up on your excitement whenever you're together?
Right.
Or are you afraid that he does?
Mm-hmm. I think she's creeped out. She mentioned having a dream about him. She mentioned getting like, all, excited about being in the same projects together and being in the same room, talking about them. So I think she's creeped out about all of that. I'm not sure what to say here. I think either make the decision of what you want to do. You want to pursue it or you don't. And based off of that will, if you don't, then okay, now you know that I don't. I've let that boat sail. And
so what you got here is the potential. No, you don't even have the potential anymore. You've discovered it. You have a great partner, not a romantic partner, a professional partner, someone that you can trust, that you work well together. You get things done, and you get them done well. That's rare. Hold on to that. You've clearly said yourself, like, I'm not interested in doing this. I'm not interested in chasing this, but I also don't want to like be a creep.
Yeah.
And I also don't want to feel weird and embarrassed. I don't know if it sounds like you've never had a work crush before. So this is amazing.
Yeah.
You're fine. It's completely normal. You don't have to act on it. You don't have to be weird. Here's some practical advice. If I were in this position, here's what I would do. Okay. I'm having feelings for a coworker. We just got this amazing thing done. Let me sit down and I want to reflect on it. Here's what this relationship was like. And let me be honest with myself and say, here are some moments where maybe I kind of teetered the line. Maybe I pushed a boundary a little bit too much. Like maybe I was flirting. Maybe I don't know, maybe I touched him, like brushed against his shoulder or something. Like maybe I did something that kind of like went a little bit beyond the professional boundary. Right. This is my coworker. This is like someone that I'm kind of excited about. And then once you have those answers for yourself, don't do them anymore. Because you can have a perfectly productive, responsible, excellent relationship, working relationship with someone. Just doing what you're doing. And it's fine. Take it easy. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're not a bad person. You're not weird. You're not a creep. It's fine. But you know the answer.
Yeah, I agree. I think one last thing I just want to add, and then I think we've hit it all, is just while you're sitting down and like reflecting, is also take in the moment to see if maybe you're not confusing like the dopamine, the high that you're riding of the success of this project.
Yep.
Like tying it to
for romantic.
Yeah, for romance with this person.
That's another great point. Yeah, like we've been talking about, it mimics attraction. It mimics like successful stages of a new relationship. Like, okay, they passed this test, that. Right. This is how I feel. We're like, wow, like we've never, like this is an achievement. Yeah. And we achieved it together.
Agreed.
So Agreed. You're good.
Agreed.
In the end, you're good.
You're good. So that wraps up all the episodes this week. So we want to keep it going. Send us your thoughts. Let us know if you disagree with what we were saying. Would you or would you not date your coworker? Let us know in the comments.
I appreciate y'all for real. Yeah. What's your take? What's your response? What do you think about all this?
Yeah.
Do you have a question yourself? Is there something going on that you think relates to what we love to talk about? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll catch you on the next one.
Catch you on the next one. Be somebody. Take it easy. Peace.